children, in this revenue chapter we will learn about the two types of market. First is the perfect competition market, second is the imperfect competition market. Let us focus on the perfect competition market. Under perfect competition, first of all, you have to understand that every firm is a price taker. That means he cannot decide the price of his own. So every firm is a price taker, not the price maker. First thing. Second thing, there are large number of buyers and sellers under perfect competition. And the product is homogeneous. Homogeneous means the product is of same quality, size, taste, everything. So it is homogeneous in nature. Now what happens, a firm cannot increase or decrease the price as because they are the price taker. So he cannot decrease or increase the price. What happens if he increase the price? Suppose the price is 10. Clear, of any commodity. So if I want to increase the price and can sell at 11 rupees, no, it cannot be possible. Because if I increase the price and want to sell the commodity, no buyer will take my commodity, as because there are large number of buyers and sellers. So buyers what will do? They will switch to the other seller. They will not take from the one who has already increased the price. Clear? So that means price is constant. You have to sell the quantity. Whatever quantity you want to sell, you have to sell in the same price. Clear? Now you say that I can also decrease the price. No, it also cannot possible, as because if you decrease the price, so what happens, there are many sellers who are selling the product, same product, so they will just kick you out from the market. So you cannot do so. So neither you can increase the price nor you can decrease the price. So whatever the price has been given to you, so as a firm you have to take the price because you are a price taker, not the price maker. Clear, children? Now you see here the behavior of total revenue, average revenue and marginal revenue under perfect competition. Price, which is constant at all level. I can increase the quantity from 0 to 4, but price will same. Price will remain same. Total revenue is also increasing as I am increasing the quantity. As I am increasing the quantity, my total revenue is also increasing. So what I can see, first of all I can see that under perfect competition, total revenue of a firm either can increase or decrease depending on the quantity I am selling, as the price is constant. So now let's check the behavior of this. Now you see in this table, price is constant at 10, whatever the quantity is sold. Clear? Now you see what happens. So when quantity was 1, total revenue was 10. When I increase the quantity from 1 to 2, total revenue also increases from 10 to 20. Further, when I increase the quantity from 3 to 4, again my total revenue increases. So what I can see here, under perfect competition, total revenue of a firm can increase only by increasing the quantity. Price is constant. So in the reverse way you see, total revenue of a firm can also decrease if I decrease the quantity. Clear? That means more you sell, more you get the revenue. Less you sell, from 4 to 3, less you will get the revenue. That is 40 to 30. Clear up to this? The behavior of total revenue, that means what I want to say, that as you sell more of the quantity, more you will get the total revenue. Price is constant. Whatever you want to sell, as much as you want to sell, you can sell, but you have to sell at the same price. How much quantity you want to sell, either 2, 3, 4, but price will remain constant. Clear? Coming to the average revenue. Children, first of all, average revenue, we know that it is the per unit revenue. Clear? Now average revenue formula, I know that it is total revenue divided by the quantity sold. Now total revenue, I know that formula is P into Q, is not it? And I can write in the denominator quantity sold. So Q can be cut. So average revenue is equals to price here. That means per unit revenue is equals to price. So I have made this column to make you understand that average revenue I have how to calculate. Price and average revenue, both are the same thing. Clear? You can see per unit already I have given you the price. Means per unit the firm has been given the price, that per unit you have to sell at price rupees 10. Clear? So for that reason my per unit, see, if I sell 1 unit, I have to sell at rupees 10. So my average revenue is 10. Suppose 20 rupees has been generated. from selling 2 quantity. So what is the, if I want to say what is the per unit revenue, so I can calculate that is total revenue divided by Q, 20 divided by Q, 2 is not it, that is 10, see 10. So I can just find it out the per unit value, but it is same as prices because all the units are being sold at the same price. So total revenue, average revenue is same as price. Why? Because all the units are sold at the same price. That means if you sell 4 units also, so per unit value will be same as the price. Clear? See? Per unit value, if I want to take suppose 40 rupees generated from selling 4 units of potatoes, then what is the price of 1 unit? 40 divided by 4, that is total revenue divided by the quantity, so it is 10. So same, so you can see. So now clear that average per unit revenue is same as the price, because per unit I have to pay same amount per unit. If I take 1 unit I have to pay 10 rupees. If I take 2 units, then also for 1 unit I have to pay 10 rupees for 1 unit. Clear children? So average revenue is same as price. Coming to the marginal revenue. Children, marginal revenue is what? Marginal revenue is the additional revenue. When I am selling one extra unit, that means additional unit. If I am selling one additional unit from 1 unit to 2 unit, my marginal revenue is 10. So first you see my total revenue was 0. When I sold the 0 quantity, my total revenue was 0 because I sold nothing. So my revenue is 0. But when I increased the quantity from 0 to 1, my total revenue increases from 0 to 10. That means what is the changes? What is the gap between the 2 units? What is the difference between 0 to 10 is 10. So if I am selling one additional unit, my marginal revenue is 10. That means for first unit, my marginal revenue 10. So marginal revenue shows the manner in which total revenue is changing by selling one additional unit of output. Now suppose if I say you by selling one additional unit from 1 unit to 2 unit, my total revenue increases from 10 to 20. Now what is the change in total revenue? Change is only the marginal revenue. That means while I am selling one additional unit, that is, so my total revenue increases 10 to 20. So what is the difference between it? From 10 to 20 is 10. So my marginal revenue is also same as the price, average revenue. That means MR is equals to AR. In every level, whatever the quantity, additional quantity you are selling, suppose when you are selling one additional quantity from 2 unit to 3 unit, the total revenue is increasing. So total revenue is increasing, then what is the change? So change is of 10 units, so my marginal revenue is also 10. So I can say that under perfect competition, MR is equals to AR. MR is equals to AR. Clear? And AR is only the price, I told you. So what I can see here, one more important thing to notice here is that total revenue is increasing. When I am increasing the quantity, my total revenue is increasing, but increasing at a constant rate. See, 10, 20, 30. That means my total revenue is increasing at a constant rate of 10. See, 10, 20, 30, so 10. So my marginal revenue, you can see that my marginal revenue is starting from, for 1 unit you see, my marginal revenue is 10. Then 10, then 10. So I can see that marginal revenue is same as price, whatever the quantity I am selling. That means if I am selling the additional unit, so additional unit also I am selling in the same price. Clear? So that means MR is equals to AR. Clear children? So I can say that firm is the price taker. Yes, and MR, AR and price are same. You can see here MR, AR and price are all the same. So you can see in this case why? Because the firm can sell as much as it want in the same price. Clear? So I can say that my marginal revenue is just the price. Clear? So my average revenue is also just the price, because average revenue is just the price, because all units are sold at the same price, and every additional unit what you are selling at the same price only. If you are selling from 2 unit to 3 unit, so that means your additional revenue is only of 10, because price is already given. So my marginal revenue is of 10, 10, 10, and my total revenue is increasing at a constant rate of 10. See, starting from the 10, my total revenue is also increasing. So I can say that my marginal revenue is equals to average revenue. Now you can ask me that, ma'am, why marginal revenue is equals to average revenue? Still I am confused. So note down this, what I am writing. Now see children, the question is why MR is equals to AR. That means MR is equals to AR and AR is only the price. We all know. So the answer is each firm is a price taker obviously. So all the firms has to accept the price. So all the firms has to accept the price as determined by the market forces of demand and supply. So what happened children? As a result, uniform price, this is the uniform price prevails in the market. So it means revenue from every additional unit. So this is the additional unit, I can say from 3 unit to 4 unit. This is my additional unit I am selling. So revenue from every additional unit, that is marginal revenue I am talking about, is equal to the price of the product. So every additional unit which I am selling at the same price. So that is why MR is equals to price. I hope it is clear under perfect competition. So please note it down this one. So children, before doing the diagrammatic representation, let us recall the points which we have learned, behavior of TR, AR and MR. First behavior is that under perfect competition, since price is given to you all, always remember that MR is always equals to AR. Clear? Second point, what I have discussed you is that between TR and MR shows the manner in which total revenue is increasing when one more unit of output is sold. So in other words, I can say that the value of MR at any level of output gives the value at which TR has increased above its previous units. See, TR has increased above its previous units. Clear? So that means I can say that the behavior of total revenue, average revenue and marginal revenue, I can write it down when it comes in the examination. As already discussed in my book, you can purchase it from the Flipkart or the Amazon. It's Essence of Microeconomics. Now coming to the diagrammatic representation, you can see here children that first I am taking the total revenue which I have drawn in the vertical axis, and this is the horizontal axis which I have taken the quantity. At 0 level of output, my total revenue is 0. When 1 level of output I have sold, my total revenue is 10. When second unit of output is sold, my total revenue 20. Then 30. As I am increasing the output, so my total revenue is also increasing. So I can see that it is a straight line. If I join these points, I will get the TR curve, which is a straight line. So straight line always means that revenue is increasing but increasing at a constant rate of 10. So that is why it is a straight line. Clear children? Now coming to MR and AR curve, you can see that at 0 level, here I have taken the quantity in the horizontal axis, AR, MR is the vertical axis. Now price has been fixed at rupees 10. You can see. Clear? Now first take the MR column. So in 0 quantity, my MR is 0. Clear? When I sold one quantity, marginal revenue, that means the additional revenue was 10. When I sold the second quantity, my marginal revenue was again 10. I sold the third quantity, my marginal revenue is again 10. Then again 10. So if I join this point, what I will get? My marginal revenue. Now see the average revenue. When I sold one quantity, per unit revenue was 10. See, when I sold the 2 units, my average revenue was 10. When I again sold the 3 units, my average revenue is again constant. So I can say that my marginal revenue is equals to average revenue. That means whatever the quantity I am purchasing, my marginal revenue will always be equals to average revenue. If I join this dot, I will get the horizontal line which is parallel to x-axis. So which shows that my marginal revenue is equals to average revenue. That means additional revenue, if I also say sell, I will get the same price of rupees 10. So if I join this dot, what I said, it is parallel to horizontal axis. Clear children? And I say that this is the perfectly elastic curve. Perfectly elastic curve. That means demand is what? Demand is to the infinity. That means whatever quantity I am demanding, my price is constant at all level of output. So this is the diagrammatic representation of the ED is equals to unitary line. This one. ED is equals to infinity. That means how much I am demanding, my price remains constant at all level. So this is the diagrammatic representation. Hope it is clear to you. Please note it down, this diagram.